Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. I love that instrumental. I just love it. I wasn't planning on live streaming today, and I do apologize for just coming out here like that. Yes, I came across some information. It's old information, but it's relevant today. Sometimes the past affects the present, and sometimes the present sheds light on the past. I just was blown away by this. I knew, yes, yes, I'm getting ready to talk about Evan Rachel Wood. I'm not going to talk about Marilyn Manson. I'm going to talk about her, just her, because when I saw this, it disturbed me. Not disturbed me, it disturbed me. And I'm thinking, this woman has no shame. And when people have no shame, there is no limit to what they will do. And I have nothing planned, nothing at all. I just was like, let me go ahead and just get this off my chest. I just, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Lily Ray. I'm so silly. I had too much coffee today. I have to admit it. Coffee is my alcohol. I'm not a drinker. If I were to drink, I would be Jim Carrey. Nobody wants that. I'm sorry, I digress. But Evan Rachel Wood, whew, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you. And I have to thank you on giving me Instagram stuff because I didn't see this. And when Ezra, thank you. Oh man, Ezra Juarez, mil gracias. I know I'm saying it wrong. Please don't inbox me saying that's not how you speak Spanish. Yo say, yo say. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Okay, let me bring this in. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. You got to see this for yourself. When I saw this, I just was like a pure target. Look at that. Yes, I know this is old. I do. I know it's old. But her mindset. He's with, hey, how you doing? Coffee and Mancy forever. Oh, man. But just look at this. She had no problems at all when she talks about how she was groomed. Is that grooming? Please help me out here. Is this right here grooming? Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. Is this grooming? Look at her. Pinstripe outfit, the same outfit that he's wearing, and they're both going to some kind of function. They're going together, and she just has zero shame, zero, none, nada. And she's going after this man. No matter if he's married, she's going after him. It doesn't matter to her because what she wants is what she wants, and when she wants it. And there's no she has no regard of whom she mows over or whom she hurts because it's what she wants and she wants it now. Casa. And when I saw this, I just was like, She has no boundaries. Her boundaries are just doesn't exist. How does I'm trying so hard not to judge. Okay. I'm trying hard not to judge, and this is hard for me. Okay. I'm trying so hard not to judge this woman, but she makes it very, very difficult not to judge her. She had Are you okay, Mom? Could you please stop eating those mints? Oh, I'm sorry, my mother eats these mints and then she starts coughing, and it sounds like that she's hacking up a lung. Yeah, she has zero zero boundaries at all. Now, when people have zero boundaries, and I'm no psychologist. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, but I have worked with people, all types of people. And there is like a emptiness with inside them, very empty. It seems like that one you would have to, or one would have to, how can I say this? It's here, but I'm trying to get it out here. When someone is empty like that, they have nothing within themselves. So whatever that person likes, they like. They have nothing of their own, nothing whatsoever. Yep, while he was with Dita, yeah. And she just, look at this. Oh, come on. Okay, look at this. No shame whatsoever. Social, shall I say, social pressure killed shame. No one pulled her aside and said, "Hey, Evan, get some shame. You need shame within your life because what you are doing is outrageous. You are purposefully targeting a married man, and there is issues within their life, and you have no problems going in and causing more of a breakup." And I just was like, whoa, where's my phone at? If you want to call it, oh, come on, is it turned on? If you want to call in, you can. I thought I'm sorry. This is what I get for being ill prepared. But when I saw that, I just was blown away. And is this something that is a more common occurrence than what I think of? Is this something that women have no problem doing because they're just so empty, because they have no boundaries? They weren't given any, allowed to do as thou will, if that's what you want to call it, to where you have you don't answer to anyone because you do what you want. And if you from what I see now, especially in where I live, I see more Evan Rachel Woods walking around. I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm just talking about that mindset to where they just go around and just go after a man that they know they have a girlfriend or a wife. Like, let me see, last year, what was it? A year and a half ago, this one guy in my building was dealing with two women. Now, I don't know these people, but I just heard the rumor, but I heard the fighting. This one guy was dealing with a girl on one floor, and then he would sneak up and go with the other girl on the other floor, And the girl on the other floor, on the upper floor, knew about the girl on the bottom floor, but the girl on the bottom floor didn't know. So when this came to light to his girlfriend, she just, and instead of, well, she got him later, but she went directly to her because she knew that he was a taken man, and she went after him anyway. She had zero social responsibility for being a decent human being. Zero. Went after him, got him. And I don't know if you ever heard this, but I'm going to let you in on something. They call women like that Luther Vandross women, only good for one night. Oh my goodness. I don't think Marilyn Manson got that memo because he kept on with Evan. But but from what I'm seeing is that women like Evan are becoming more and more noticeable, or not noticeable, but women, some women are becoming more and more empty to where they can allow themselves to do what they want to do to whomever, and it doesn't really matter. And she's one of many. It's just that she was so open with it that it had no it 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 was okay because no one pulled her aside. I don't even think her parents pulled her aside to say, hey, Evan, what are you doing? You're breaking up a marriage. You're pulling an Angelina Jolie. Oh, Angelina. Ooh. She went and took Billy Bob Thornton from Laura Dern. They've been together for 20 years, and uh, Angelina saw him, wanted him, and took him, and then dropped him, and then went after another married man. I mean, she just had no problem breaking up homes. She had zero boundaries, just like Evan Rachel Wood that I did a video on. So my questions are, what are your thoughts? Do you think I'm off basis someplace? What do you think? Do you think Dita has no um do you think Dita has a social responsibility to not step on her sister's shoes or other women's shoes, just take their man whenever? What are your thoughts? Hmm? Trying to. I meant to charge up my phone last night. I do apologize. This was impromptu. If you want to call, oh, I'm asking you to call and I didn't even put up the number. I do apologize. If you want to call in and give your thoughts on Evan Rachel Wood and just her inability to be a good fellow sister. Oh, why is it taking so long to? What are your thoughts? Because it's not like that she's the only one that has done it. I think she's one of the very few that are being sued for such wild behavior. And when she doesn't get her way, then she starts, I'm sorry, telling lies and all this other stuff. Oh, come on. All right, I got it up. I got it up. So if you want to call in, you can give me your thoughts. When I just saw that, I just thought, let me go ahead and just get on YouTube and just start telling about how I feel about this situation. Because you can't make this stuff up. Just look. It's in Dita's face. In her face. Like, hey, I'm going to get your man. I'm going to take him. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Surrender your man and go. So, what are your thoughts? Oh man, let me drink my coffee. BB, what is BBT? Who is BBT? I'm not quite sure. Who's that? Because because Evan Evan has no boundaries, zero. And I could only imagine what caused her marriage to break up. Now, from my understanding, and it's rumor, it's simply rumored. Yeah, you're right. Evan Rachel Wood likes to chase, and she is a toe stepper, most definitely. She has zero problems at all on stepping on people's toes. Hey, how you doing, Cookie? How you doing? This was an impromptu. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the intro music. I just fell in love with it. I love the intro music, and I do my little dancing while you can't see, and then I get so into it to where I forget. I'm like, oh man, they're watching me. They're watching me. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, but the boundaries. Now, at one time, we had a sisterhood to where we did not. Ariana, I can hear you. It's sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, you reap what you would sow, most definitely. Um, but at one time we had a sisterhood to where there were certain things we did not do. We did not cross those boundaries, because we had respect for one another. You would be able to walk home. A man could walk you home because that was a respectful thing to do, and there was nothing to where it would not even come into her mind to take her friend's man or even have a fun night with him. No, but somewhere in there, within that time frame, to where women like Evan Rachel Wood run rampant in society. It's just rampantness. They can take your man and go in places and be in your face with your man. It's like, not there. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to take your man, and I'm going to go everywhere to where everybody knows that I got your man. I took him. And women like that, you can't trust them. I still don't know what BBT is. Little Ray Ray, I don't know what BBT is. Oh, defer Billy Bob Thornton. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. I don't know what Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know what happened. He said, "Oh, it was all my fault. It wasn't Angie's fault." I don't know what she said to him or did scared him. And Laura Dern hasn't been right ever since. Yeah, but let me see that who what's her name? Not Joan Collins. What was the other one? Elizabeth Taylor. She was always taking someone's husband. She got married, what, 8 times, 8 or 9 times? And each time she was taking somebody's man. And the first one she took was Debbie Reynolds' man. And that was not that was so uncommon at that time. Elizabeth Taylor took a lot of flack behind that. And Debbie Reynolds was like, keep them, keep them. Where did you meet Billy Bob Thornton at? Because he seems like a really down to earth man. He seems really down to earth. He seems very approachable, and he seems like he doesn't take himself too seriously. And I don't know whether if it's just people who have that outrageous talent because okay, this right here is my opinion. Okay, even though Evan Rachel Wood does despicable things, yes, she does, but she has a lot of talent. So I don't know whether by her being so talented that it just adds on to her ego to where she could just, "Hmm, I'll take your man." Let me see. Um, what's her name? Elizabeth Taylor was like that. Evan Rachel Wood, Angelina Jolie. Whom else? I want to say Milano. I want to say that was her, but they got into a cat fight between Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty over Colin Farrell. I don't know. I don't get it, but until they canceled each other out, Alyssa Milano said, "Hey, either she goes or I go," and they were friends. Something, something, something. Lil Ray Ray, where did you meet Billy Bob Thornton? Let me see. Did anybody call? Oh no, did my phone die? Okay, my phone didn't die. Okay, my phone's up and running. Oh, come on. Okay. Yep, up and running. Okay, if you want to call in and give your thoughts on Evan Rachel Wood's shameless actions, on dressing like Marilyn Manson while he was out with his wife at a particular place, shamelessly dressing like him. And I was trying to get the video to where a reporter asked her, "Oh, are you dating someone special?" And she's like, "Well, I don't think so. Maybe." This is just wild. Just so wild. I mean, I just think that just her targeting mm, I don't I don't want to say targeting, even though that's exactly what she did, even though that is what lands her to this point in her life right now, to where now he's suing her because of her outrageousness, her pursuit, her emptiness, her her lack of boundaries. And then if you don't do what she wants you to do, then she's going to go after you with both guns. The love that she had for you, all of a sudden turns to hate. Oh, okay. At a club, he has a band. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because Marilyn seems okay. Evan Rachel Wood told him she would die for him. Wow, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. I just was like so taken back by this photo, even though in itself it's like splitting hairs. Okay, she wore that outfit. It's not exactly the same, but it's way deeper than that. You know, it's way deeper than that. And to where she could just simply do something like that is such. She has zero respect. She just has zero respect for. Hello, BGD.
Okay, if you want to call in and give your thoughts. Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Hi. I'm watching your, did I call at the wrong time again?
Oh, no, you're on time. I'm live stream. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm watching you, and you said, where did I meet Billy Bob? And I called to tell you that. I didn't know if I was live on screen.
I'm waving at you.
Oh, let me see. I want to go back to the other phone. I've got two phones. That's great. Are you waving at me?
I'm waving at you, so you are live. You are live.
The wrong one. You have a striped shirt on?
Yeah.
You talk about you wave again?
Yeah, I'm waving.
You got to be on the wrong one.
No, you're live. You're with me right now.
Okay, well, you had asked. I had met Billy Bob at a club. He had formed a band.
Uh-huh.
And yes, he's a very nice person. He gave me a hug.
Oh.
And he's a drinker, and he had a few drink, and he says,
"Do me one favor."
And we didn't think he was going to attend the sidewalk. It was a really small club.
Do me one favor.
Sure.
Put whatever you have on back. Put it on mute.
Put on like that?
Yeah. Put your other phone on mute because I could hear.
I muted it.
Okay, thank you. Now go ahead.
Oh, just he had formed a band. I think they were called the Box Cutters.
Okay.
And they played a very small club. And he smokes. He drinks a little bit. But he was getting on the tour bus, and there were just a handful of us outside watching them. We didn't think he was going to come out to the sidewalk, but he did.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't have anything, for him to autograph. So it came my turn, and he grabbed my shirt. He said, "What you want, baby?" I said, "Could you autograph my shirt?" And he said, "Sure." And he's really tall. He's like 6 feet tall. And he's about a good 6'3" or 4. I thought, these guys, they look shorter on the screen. So he hovered over me, and he just flashed me that smile, and he's a very, very nice man.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad experience with Billy Bob, but I know about Angelina, and I did not know that about Elizabeth Taylor, though. I never knew she was a man stealer. I mean, you can't be taken unless you want to go, but a lot of these women seduce these men.
Yeah.
They have no respect for other females. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, you had asked what my take. That's just my take. That's a cesspool for taking men, married men, engaged men. Then there's no self-respect. There's no respect at all. They just don't care. And I don't know much about Evan. She's new to me, but I see she's just like the rest.
Yeah.
They're cutting each other's throats out there, and then learned behavior to the young girls today.
Mhm.
Everybody's jumping on that bandwagon.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we're the same man and that. But yes, I didn't know he was with Laura Dern for 20 years. But then Angelina, after she adopted the little Maddox, then she got with Brad. I guess Jennifer said, I was really not an Aniston fan either. I didn't pay much attention. But, I knew who she was. And I guess she said, oh, my husband's looking forward to working with you. Little did she know, huh? Scandalous.
Yeah, and it's like Angelina, she has that I'm going to take what I want to take.
Yes.
And I don't care what you say, think, or feel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't care who I hurt.
Oh, and now Angelina, she's getting a taste of her own medicine because Brad had a relationship with he was cheating on her, and it was like, oh, what? You're cheating on me? Yeah.
I think, I had heard he prevailed in the custody case too, somehow against her.
Man, she did. And I did a previous video to where I said that Angelina put out a blueprint for these women here, because as far as what they're doing. Oh, and I looked into that. Oh man. Okay, Angelina and
have admiration because that's a terrible quality.
Angelina and Brad Pitt had this this wine company together. And I think it was in Italy.
Okay.
And they had the grape farms and doing all the grape stuff, whatever you do with it. And so when they were getting a divorce, they both signed an agreement to where if they ever decide to go their own separate ways, that they would sell to a reputable person and not hurt the other. Now, you always say great things whenever you're in love. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love. And then it's I hate you, I hate you. And so then she sold her shares to this unscrupulous man.
Okay.
And it drug it down. I mean, just Brad was like, don't do that, don't do that. She did it and walked away.
Oh my goodness.
And he was like, he couldn't believe it. I'm like, look who you married, Brad. Look who you left Jennifer for her.
It seems like she lets the first little boy do the parenting. And Brad is just there. Those are his children too.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean. Like,
no, you have to look at her parents.
He did something to the child, took the child's word for it. I don't know what was done. We were, it was happened on the flight, but something happened, and boom, she dropped him like a hot rock.
You have to look at her parenting.
Oh yes.
John Boyd
she forgave her father for cheating on her mother.
Yeah,
but
John.
Then she went and did the same thing. Everyone says, well, it takes two to tango, and that's true. But she had no problem committing adultery. It didn't matter if they didn't have children or not. She knew he was married, and she does that. She did that to Laura Dern and Billy Bob, and then got a hold of Billy Bob and dumped him. And then now I don't know. I think she's by herself now and getting the kids off to college and doing whatever they want. But she's trying to keep the kids as a pawn from Brad. I've heard. I don't really follow that.
Well, she did. I like looking at court cases.
Yeah. I just had something on the news where he prevailed in court with the custody. She was trying to keep the kids away from their dad.
That would be a huge mistake because she does not parent. Okay. According to the court documents, Angelina allows them to do whatever they want.
Yes.
Brad was like, no, you're going to have a certain behavior. You're going to be respectful. You're going, yeah, you are going to be respectful, and you're going to be a good person in society. Angelina's like, well, no, you are not going to discipline them because that's violence.
Yes.
And I'm like, when has discipline? Mm.
Because they cannot transgender at 12. Is that violence?
Well, I don't know what that was about.
The girls want to transgender, and they're not even. They're 10 years old or something. I don't know the full story, but I know it's like almost like she lets kids do the parenting, exactly what you said. They do what they want, and he's trying to step in and correct Maddox, the first boy, and she, oh, don't you ever yell at our son like that, my son, or however she addresses him, because remember, she adopted him when she was alone, and Billy Bob said, I don't want any more children. I've had my children.
Hold on for a second.
I'm part of company.
Lori says, I agree with the despicability of the woman stealing man, most definitely. But but hey, how honorable are men that would dump their long-term partner or wife so quickly? You're absolutely right. But hold on for a second. But you're absolutely right. It most definitely takes two to tango.
Yes.
And if a man thinks that the grass is greener on the other side, he's going to jump over, and as he's jumping, he's going to realize there's a bunch of weeds there.
Yes.
And when Brad Pitt saw Angelina Jolie, he's like, okay, all right, Jennifer, okay, yeah, you were crying, okay, let me jump. Just like Marilyn Manson, yeah, Dita, yeah, but she's this little pretty thing, let me go ahead and jump.
Then they get burned.
Man.
Now he's divorced from Jolie and Jennifer, and I don't know, I hear he's going with some other girl, but she should never use those kids as a pawn.
She's going to use them as a pawn. Thank goodness Marilyn Manson did one thing right. He didn't have no children, but oh my god.
No, he didn't. And that's why I dispute I always want to call her Rachel Evan because that sounds like it belongs, but Evan said one case that stuck with me. She said, I was not allowed to leave the house and I was not allowed to use any birth control. I had to have sex on demand. Well, she ended up getting pregnant, and she told Marilyn what Marilyn had told a friend, Evan is going to have an abortion and it's not mine. So he had to fly home from New York because she said she wanted him to go with her. So there's proof right there. She was left alone. She wasn't locked up. And right there, and she said it was Manson's child, and she was driving that car. She says, oh, he proposed twice when they married. His friend said he was sad. So I don't know. Maybe it was his child, maybe it wasn't. But she said, I am getting rid of it, and you have no say-so. So to me, that's not grooming. That's a grown woman telling him the way it's going to be. And his friend said he was sad. So if he were that controlling, wouldn't he go home and beat her up or maybe kill her? I mean, I don't know. That's not abusive to me. Like, that's not the picture. She's painting a different picture, in my opinion. The whole story is true. I imagine, is it going to be televised?
I'm hoping it's televised. I'm hoping.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch the Johnny Depp one. I didn't know anything about it, but it would be nice if it was televised. But whenever I see her on TV, I'm like, this girl is just boiling her own pot, stirring her own pot. She's getting thicker on her because she's contradicting herself.
Oh my goodness, is she ever? I mean, the great part about it,
I'm catching it.
She's not listening.
A rape joke if it's told well.
I had that on here and I deleted it. I'm like, damn.
I was watching that night, and I was like, well, it's one thing to have a sense of humor, because she said on Jimmy Fallon, oh, if we don't laugh, we'll cry. And I do say that sometimes, but because of my occupation, I've been a nurse for 40 years. Mm-hmm. But if she's trying to, on the one hand, make Congress believe I was traumatized because I was raped, and then she turns around and says, oh, I'll laugh at a rape joke, that just doesn't come up.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And as I said in the last video, is that she speaks in the third person, and the way she talks, it's so contradictory of what a person would be, or how they would behave if they were to be in that situation. You wouldn't be sitting there laughing at a joke like that. You would have been upset. It's like, how can I say this?
Like, one more thing, Dita was with him about 7-8 years, and she had to have been on birth control. She would have become pregnant if he said absolutely no birth control. You're not just going to bareback it with your wife and she not become pregnant unless she's got a disorder. I believe she used for something. Mm-hmm. Jenna Jameson, the porn star, was with them. She was never, and Rose, neither one of them were ever told you can't be on birth control.
Yeah, Jenna Jameson, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that's something she wanted to have happen. Maybe she could abort his child and hurt him.
Well,
another way to hurt him. Yeah, I really don't know what happened there, but I call her the walking contradiction at this point until more comes out.
Well, you are so absolutely right, because she is a walking contradiction, and that's by her,
that's what I call her.
Not only being so young, and Marilyn should have stayed away from her. He should have said, wait a minute, I got 30 years over her. What 20 some odd 30 years over her. Let her.
One more thing, and I always liked older men, but I was mature. But I tell you this, her mother, I think she works in the industry, but somebody said her mother, it was a man commenting. The man said, I fired her mother, but her mother told me all she ever did was talk about Manson like she was obsessed.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. I wasn't able to confirm whether if her mother worked for Marilyn Manson. I haven't found any documentation, any articles, or anyone saying. It was always I hear hearsay, people commenting saying, well, I heard this, I haven't found any documentation on it, so I could only say allegedly worked for him. I can only say allegedly.
Mm-hmm. But her actions are speaking a lot louder than words. Anybody with an up and coming big court case would do better to keep their mouth shut.
Like
and
Ilma
should tell her to.
Ilma is quiet. Now, here's the interesting part. Now, Evan Rachel Wood is quiet now, but everything what she put out about him, she is going to have to substantiate it with proof. Yes. How are you going to prove this? I mean, the woman went to Congress. They are embarrassed. Senator Rubio, oh my goodness, they didn't know that they were dealing with a person who doesn't even know what the truth is if it would have hit her upside the head.
I'm not worried. I'm as steady as a rock.
Okay.
Sure you are. And she kept saying this, it's called, a lot of people, they don't pronounce it correctly, statute of limitations is the proper way to say it. She kept saying statute of limitations on the view. The statute.
Yeah, the statute.
The statute.
Statute.
She's not, people are allowed to get words wrong. I don't harp on that, but, she kept getting it wrong. Mm-hmm. I was waiting for someone to correct her, but I thought, she's all over the map.
Well, she is, and oh man, between her behavior,
typical abuse survivor, she's very, she talks very fast, and she avoids, they give her softball questions, as another commenter had said. And I don't watch The View. I just recently became interested in this case because I didn't even know who she was. I had no idea who she was.
I was done with The View when they brought Michelle Rhee on The View. She was at that time the chancellor of DC Public Schools. And when they brought her there, I just lost it.
I haven't watched The View since like 2003. It was just a clip on YouTube. Does that make sense? So I don't even know what time it comes on here.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I just happened to watch because she was talking about the case, and I started just tuning in, like, what happened? What did he do? What's she saying? And then I heard the allegations, and I thought, wow, oh my gosh! I heard the FBI has seized 2 computers. He's lost work, and all kinds of stuff. So his agent, probably, I'm probably getting the titles wrong, but he had a lot of consequences due to these allegations. Like that.
Yeah, he most definitely did. And the thing is this. Here's the scary part. She's making up these allegations and doesn't have a full understanding of the ramifications of what she's doing. The only thing what she knows is that she's hurt. It's like this. Okay, I'm going to sidestep it a little for a little second just to prove this point. You can loan someone $20, and then you get into an argument, and they're like, "Well, you hurt my feelings, so I'm not going to pay you back your money because you hurt my feelings."
Yes.
Now she is doing all of this stuff that can put this man in jail for the rest of his life, if not longer, destroy him, his body of work and career, based because I'm mad at you. Really?
Yes, and she's a woman sponge because he already married. He didn't. She thought, yeah. Do you know I had read, and she had said, "I would die for you." That's how deeply. Oh, I can't think of any words to describe it tonight, but intertwined they were. I don't know, but she must have felt a very deep soul connection, soul ties to him, and he probably loved her too. And she played silly with his marriage proposal. Oh, I have to think about it. Now that's off the table. And he went ahead and married Lindsay because he's not getting any younger. And he wanted to be married and have a family. And he apologized to Dita. And Dita defended him, saying that kind of behavior did not take place, but he brought it into our marital bed. He brought that woman into our marital bed. So she left on, I think she left him on Christmas Eve, packed up and left. So then that's a little bit how I found out about who she was. I said, well, this is the woman that, didn't pay attention, but time goes by. And then she made that comment about Kobe Bryant, and he's deceased now.
Yeah.
And she said, yes, it's nice to pay homage, but let's not forget he was a rapist. He was not convicted. Not to my knowledge.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay. But
she's throwing dangerous terms around.
Yeah, she is, and
his family.
She isn't the.
A lot of people are going to want. She might get kicked out of the industry. Nobody will want to work with her if she is unstable. And I'll leave it right there.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that while she's throwing out these terms and she's doing these things because she feels that because I'm hurt, you didn't marry me, you married Lindsay.
Yes.
And Lindsay's younger. I'm like, oh, Marilyn, doggone it. When are you going to stop going after this freaking eye candy?
He's got other girls around him at all times. He didn't really need her, and he must have really loved her or lusted after her. But, We got married to Lindsay quietly in December, and they're out and about living life. And she's already been married, had a son, gotten divorced, and her husband's with another woman, and she's alone.
Well,
like the saying goes, you're going to find yourself by yourself.
Well, the thing is this, Lindsay, in the Johnny Depp court case, information came out that Marilyn Manson was texting Johnny Depp saying, "Hey, Johnny, where are you? I need a place to hide out because you think you got it bad. I got Amber Heard 2.0." He's like,
the FBI came in and took two of his computers and a lot of his things. But yes, I don't know what they found or were hoping to find, but she's just really, she keeps digging. She's not going to let this go. She's very bitter.
Oh, this is going to be massive. I mean, yes. now, like what all started this off, I believe it was before Johnny Depp. It was before, I don't know if you heard of Cardi B and a YouTuber named Tasha K. Yeah, Cardi B sued a YouTuber.
Okay.
And the YouTuber was calling her herpes B, and she had this, she had that. And so Cardi B was like, look, we both are mothers. Please stop it. Stop saying these things. Take it down. She doubled down. Tasha K doubled down, saying, well, no, herpes B, you're going to have to take me to court. You're going to have to make me. Oh, yeah. Oh, just has no shame at all. I mean, you ought to check it out.
I'm going to.
Now, Tasha K, I mean, she doubled down on it. Then she made a video saying, oh, Cardi B wants me to take down my video. I'm not taking down. She got to sue me, blah, blah, blah. I got these lawyers. I got this. I got that. Again, look, I'm still staying in the context of women that have no shame or no nothing.
I got off track a little. You're right.
No.
I just don't.
We didn't get off track. We're on track. We're talking about women like Evan Rachel Wood, who would take what they want and do what they want because they never face consequences. Okay. Yeah, Tasha K, it got to the point to where she was like, you can't get Cardi B won $4 million from her.
Oh, she won.
$4 million. Then what Tasha K said, okay, so then she started to sell her assets. She runs to Africa.
Okay.
She goes, you're gonna have to chase me. I'm just like, whoa.
Wow, that really spun.
Whoa, you can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
She ran to Ghana. She ran to Ghana or Mali, somewhere there.
Oh my gosh.
And so then Cardi B, I believe was going to let it go, but Tasha K's disrespect and disregard for this woman, Cardi B had a hard time doing anything on Instagram because whenever she picked up her baby, why are you kissing your baby? You know you got herpes.
Oh yeah, that can be very destructive.
So slandered her. She sued her. Now,
yes,
it gets even deeper. You have another court. I just had it on my mind. Alex Jones. He got sued.
I heard something, but I think I saw that on your political thing. Somebody
On my other channel. Yeah.
Yes, I heard about it on a different channel though, briefly. Then he was sued.
Yeah, I did that too. I did it earlier.
I can't remember. Piers Morgan, I think, too.
He got sued for $1 billion. Now, oh man.
Yes, I saw that.
The parents at Sandy Hook.
Yes.
What they did, and I hate to include Alex Jones in this because we're talking about women, but we're talking about people that have no boundaries.
Right.
He
Forever.
he he um he said that Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't so much that it didn't happen, that wasn't it. He was
Okay.
saying was that it didn't happen for the reasons why they said it happened. And he was leaning more towards it was a, oh, let me get this right, a political stunt or something of that sort.
Yeah.
And
I've
there was,
heard mixed reviews on Sandy Hook, and that's another thing I never really got into, but I did see a billion. Does he have a billion? That's,
ooh,
I mean,
ooh,
gosh, I guess they
oh,
garnish your
I
wages and
I
stuff.
I saw the video, the
Yes.
court case to where they hired this forensic accountant. Look, don't ever upset anyone,
Right.
pee them off, and then they hire a forensic accountant. The way Alex Jones had his money coming in, the man said Alex Jones is brilliant. What he did
Uh-huh.
was Alex Jones took out a loan for $350 million.
Oh my gosh.
He did that. Now he had money coming in on from his books, from his
Uh-huh.
podcast, Infowars. He also had money
Yeah,
coming
I
in
met a
from his.
friend who really liked him, and I don't know too much about him, but I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Yeah, he had money coming in, and so what
Uh-huh.
he did was this forensic accountant accounted all his money, and he said Alex Jones was making 11,000 dollars. What did he say? $11,000 a day.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh.
And so by him, when he would do his taxes, he would have that large amount of money that he owed. So he would pay portions on it. But
Uh-huh.
because he had amassed more money than what he owed, he would always be in a red, like, oh, I don't have any money. I got to file for bankruptcy. I got to file. No.
Uh-huh.
He said
Uh-huh.
Alex Jones was a brilliant man when it came in bringing in the money. Now, there
Uh-huh.
was another case I wanted to, doggone, I forgot. Now, watch when I stop the live stream, then I'm going to
Okay.
remember it.
Okay. I'll continue to what? Is it okay if I hang up now?
Oh,
Or do more
okay.
comments?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Very nice talking to you this evening.
Likewise.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Have a good evening.
You,
Bye-bye.
you too.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right. Okay. That was a good conversation. A good conversation. Now, Evan Rachel Woods has zero boundaries, as I said before, and we gave different examples of different people of Angelina Jolie, zero boundaries. Tasha K, zero boundaries, and now she has to pay that $4 million, and she either Ghana or Mali to where she ran. She's like, you're gonna have to make me pay that money, and she put stank on it when she when she said it. So this right here is just something that it's growing more and more to where people, especially women, do not respect other women. They'll take your man, take your money, take your house. My opinion. Does anybody else want to call up or come up? Please do so. Call up or come up. I would like to hear your thoughts on Evan Rachel Wood, or people like her, to where you can overt overtly go after a man and take a man from his family, from his wife. And I'm just glad that Marilyn Manson didn't have a child with her, because poor Jamie Bell, he got a son with her. So what are your thoughts? You want to come up or call up, please? What are your thoughts on this subject? I can't seem to get comfortable in this chair. But little Ray Ray made a lot of good points. She did a lot of good points. All righty. Does anyone else want to come up? Let me see what else I wanted to say. Is that it just seems like that now, the way, especially Hollywood and entertainment, to where the reality that they live in is so superficial, so artificial, that they operate in a manner in which it makes no sense to us. The average person does not behave like that. Well, let me go ahead and take that back. Let me take it back. Now you have the average person who's starting to behave in a manner in which they behave in. They pass around. Okay, like a good one. Kim Kardashian. She has zero boundaries, zero, and they call her an influencer. Influencer. I don't know of what. I still haven't figured out what she was influencing. Is that my phone ringing? Okay, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was my phone. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my mother's phone. She's sleeping. But zero boundaries. Now she Kim Kardashian, um she does things in a way to where she gets noticed. Let me not even go down that rabbit hole. Let me not even do that. Let me just stay away from that right there. But again, as I was saying, let me go back to what I was saying about dare I say modern women, because the manosphere says modern women. But but it, in in that Hollywood entertainment life, it's so surreal. It's not a real, can I say a real reality? And what Evan Rachel Wood just took that woman's man like it was nothing. Angelina took that woman's man like it was nothing. And I gotta say, Cardi B, this other girl tried to take her man, and Cardi B Cardi B got on stage and she was being interviewed, and she walked over and punched that woman in her face. She was like, "You're not taking nothing." What? I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. I'm not laughing because she did that. It was horrible, but that woman learned you're not going to cross that line right there. I think, what's his name? Offset. I think her husband's name is Offset. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But it was something. But on that note, we have passed the hour mark. Does anyone want to call in or come up? Call in or come up. But when I saw this, Evan Rachel Wood dressed like Marilyn Manson, it just was like she has zero boundaries. Zero. Just going after the woman's man. And I'm just like, Marilyn, you had Dita, a classy lady. Classy, classy, classy. Was the problem when she was a little older? Was that the problem? Let me stop that. Okay. On that note, I want to thank all of you for stopping by, because you're everywhere in the world and you're taking your time to spend with me. Now, you can't get time back, but you could always get that money from your cousin who owes you money and takes forever to give it back. You'll get that money back. You could always get your taxes back, but you could never get time back. And I want to thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you.